Hello Jim Tech Buzz, we're going to unbox the Nokia G60 5G today and take a quick first look at it and go through what's on it and all that and have a look at the cameras. So that's the packaging there. So now you've got 3 years of Android updates and 3 years of security, which is pretty good. Sustainability is all about what Nokia is now, and they have a lot of stuff going on, and as you'll see by this device is one example. So you've got your sustainability crafted 60% recycled plastic body. Stay up to date with your updates. Next level performance, 695 Snapdragon 5G. Sun and picture, 120Hz refresh rate. 6.58 FHD, 20.9 screen. So that's pretty good with the 120Hz refresh rate, which is all the talk these days. And you've got your cameras, 50 megapixel main, 5 megapixel ultra, 2 depth and 8 front. 2-day battery life. 4500 milliamp hour AI assisted battery, USB-C charging, 20 watts, and all that kind of stuff there. So I'm going to check it out. Just make sure these are all done. See what we get inside. So we have the device first, and then we have got in here our booklets, and this looks like a SIM removal key, so that's quite different. And we have also got our charging cable. So we have no brick in the box this time around, which is what they're all doing today, so no big deal. Right, I should just pop out there. This is silver on the back. They do have this in the black version, as you can see on the box. And you can see the speckled pattern there, which is all recycled. So you can see the camera hump first of all. We'll get a closer look at that. Pretty nice. And 50 megapixel AI camera printed on it there. And you've got your keys on the side as well. So we'll take a look at them while we're up this direction. Down on the bottom, USB port. And is that a headphone jack of some description? That's good. Speaker, USB-C port and a mic. On this side you've got your SIM tray. On the top a mic. And that's pretty much it. So you can see the design there, it's nice and flat all around. It's comfortable to hold in the hand. And all pretty good, which is what we like to see. Keys are nice and tactile. And there is the display. So that's what the display looks like there. But we're going to get more into that in a few minutes. We put in our information and have a look at it in more detail. But I do like the minimalistic camera hump here rather than some of the other ones that have the massive bumps on the back, which is quite annoying. So there's a tiny bit of rocking on that, which will be fixed with their cases, which they sell separately. And again, they're all made from recycled materials again. So they're really driving the message home this time around. And just a closer look at the back there. And that's pretty much it. So we're going to pop our information in and check it out, and we'll be back with more after the break. Okay, we're back with the G60 5G from Nokia, and we're just downloading all our apps there. And swiping to the left will give you your news as per usual. Bringing it down has the rest of your toggles in there, your shortcuts which you can change, all that kind of stuff. And then we can go into settings and have a look in here. So you've got connected devices, apps, notifications, battery, storage, and your sound and vibration. Just put them up like so, and let's see what the sounds are like. Quite a lot of message tones. And the speaker sounds loud enough there, but we'll test that with a YouTube clip in a minute. Our display, so brightness level there, adaptive brightness built in, lock screen. Screen timeout activity, which is 15 seconds up to 30 minutes. And screen attention, which is good. Dark theme, font size, display size, night light, refresh rate, which is adaptive. And you've got standard, so you've got both auto rotate and screensaver. Okie dokie. We have got our security in here, which is fingerprint and face unlock, which is cool. So you have both, which is good to see. And you've got your location, your safety and emergency, passwords and accounts, digital well-being, Google services system, and about phone. All that kind of stuff is in there. Your connections are in here, and that's pretty much it. So let's have a look at the speakers first of all, and we'll go into YouTube. And we will sign in, which we should be signed in because that's just a bit odd. Okay, so we have our account there. So your channel will pick up something recently from Nokia actually, just to get an idea of the speakers. So here's a few images from today's launch event in Dublin with all the Nokia's latest products. Have a look and stay tuned. And you get an idea of the screen there, which is pretty decent indeed. Minus that big bezel on the bottom, but it's still quite nice and clear. And you've got the teardrop camera up the front here. But overall the display is nice and crisp, which is good. And the speaker sounds decent as well, so that's all great. Okay, let's have a look at the camera. So you've got video, portrait, more. So we've got dual sight, timeline, time lapse, panorama, slow motion, and pro. And that's them there, portrait, photo and video. And you've got your HDR, and you have got other settings in here. So we've got aspect ratios there, 1:1 up to 69 in full, off after 3, 5, 10 seconds, watermark. We have as well 50 meters, grid, level meter, settings, and what's new. So in the settings you've got shutter sound, location, haptics, long press shutter, scan QR code, all that kind of things there that you have at your disposal. And we have also got HDR A, HDR and HDR off. Let's have a look at the camera this way with the wide lens, see how wide it is. And your zoom, and that's basically it. So you can go up to 8 times zoom on the camera, which is decent enough. So let's take a quick photograph here. And it does a good job so far, so we'll check that out in more detail when we're outside and all that kind of stuff, and let you know how that goes. And of course, any questions, fire away. So your video modes are like so. So you've got 6, 1 and 2, and you've 3 times there. Pretty dusty. And you've got 1080 at 30 and 60. You have your level meter, grid and settings. Settings again are the same. And that's pretty much it. Wind noise reduction built in, which is pretty good. And you've got a level meter, should you require it. So you've enough going on there, and the camera looks pretty good from taking a photograph there. But like I mentioned, that's just a quick indoor sample, but nonetheless it looks quite cool. And that's pretty much it there. So all our apps are still coming in, and again you can change all your stuff up here, up on top, and all that kind of stuff. It's a very light phone as well, which is pretty good. It's not a heavy device, and that's pretty much all there is to it. It's nice and light, which is good, and kind of as light as, say, the Pixel 7, which we have in as well, testing, and all is well there. Nothing more else we can look at. battery, storage, you've got 112 free, your volume and your sounds, we've checked them. And you've got all these options in here. And that's pretty much it for now. I like the display. And yeah, pretty good. Your power on and off. You can edit your shortcuts up on top there. And you can screencast. All that kind of stuff is in there, which is pretty cool. And that's all there is to it for now. So we're going to test it out, take some pictures and videos, all that kind of stuff, and see how we get on. So full review in about 2 or 3 weeks time, and we will have a better summary of how this device performs. But just another closer look at that camera setup on the back, because everybody likes the Nokia cameras, and sure, why not? They've been always pretty good over the years, but we'll see how this one performs out in the real world, as they say. And that's it for now. Stay tuned for more, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop them below in the comments and we'll talk to you some more about them. We're also going to try and get some cases for this as well and see what's happening there. They do have a range of nice cases as well, and they are again sustainability in mind. And we've got 3 years of Android updates here and security updates as well. So for those who do hold on to the devices longer, you have 3 years on this, which is pretty good. And that's just a quick refresher of what's on the back of the box there. So if you want to pause that and have a look and see what you're getting for your price point, which is pretty good and fair enough. So we'll see how we get on with the performance when it's going over time and all that kind of jazz. And that's really it for now for your quick first look at unboxing of the Nokia G60 5G. We have to go, we have lots of work to do, and we'll talk to you soon. But stay tuned, we have lots of tech here on tactile.com, and particularly coming up to Christmas, it's just a bit hectic at the minute. So stay tuned, see you in the next one.